Yo, what's up, world? Real quick, as Facebook is building the stream, we run through a couple announcements, and I can sense already some of y'all saying, Cortez, everybody can't be a business owner. Everybody can't run a business. Just hang with me for about 15 minutes, guys. I'm gonna run through some stuff. So as you're hopping on, do me a favor, go ahead and comment in the chat where you're from. Also drop the name of your business and or your brand. I want to give you a shout out, man. I love connecting with new entrepreneurs. Remember, guys, we're still looking for I need about 8 more people to join the Expert Secrets case study. And we're actually going to show you how to monetize your life, how to take the gifts, talents, and special abilities that God gave you and turn them into income. The way you do that is you click on the link in the comments. When I'm done, I'll put the link in the comments, and then you're going to go ahead and grab a copy of this book. It's free. All you do is pay for shipping, and we're going to go through this book together. This book shows you how to turn your expertise into income, man. So I'm excited about that. So I'll put the link in the description when we're done. But let me know where you're from and also the name of your business and or your brand. Just don't post any links, guys. It gets sloppy when everybody starts posting links. Any other announcements? I think that's it for today. So let's jump right into why a home-based business makes sense in this economy. My name is H. Cortez, also known as a financial health mentor. I'm a wealth strategist, author, and entrepreneur. And my entire mission in life is to empower you economically through financial literacy with a strong emphasis on entrepreneurship and personal brand development. I just think that's the way to go in this economy. If you're serious about building any type of long-term wealth or financial stability, then you have to have a business. One of the things that all wealthy people have in common is they have businesses. In fact, they have business systems, they have mentors, and they have multiple streams of income. So you need to get that going in your life if that's what your plan is. Also, 3 reasons you should be strongly considering a personal brand or a home-based business or something that you can build a business around you and your individual gifts and talents. That's why we're doing this case study, man, because a lot of people think that because I'm in a network marketing opportunity, I want everybody in my network marketing opportunity. I believe that it's a solid opportunity, but network marketing isn't for everybody. But what I do know is that the God I serve created everybody with a special gift, talent, or ability that they could use and share with the world, and the world will pay them for it. So whether you join me in my network marketing opportunity and let me show you how to lower your taxes, get out of debt, fix your credit, make some extra money, and learn how to invest, or you take a book like this and you read it and you understand how to turn one of your special gifts into a business. Either way it goes, you got to have a business for 3 main reasons, in my opinion. Number one, there's a certain sense of pride that comes along with business ownership, and I think everybody should experience that, right? You guys, those of you who are homeowners, you know the difference between how you felt when you own your home versus when you were just renting or when you were living with someone. Now that you have your own home, there's a whole nother different sense of pride that comes with that ownership. Well, guess what? When you own your business, especially one that is built around your gifts and talents, there's a whole nother level of pride that comes with owning your own business. So that's number one. Number two, I think it's far past the time that we show our children something different. I don't know how many history buffs I have following the channel, but there was a time when slavery ended for Black people in this country. We flooded the economic market and the labor market with more skills than anyone else on the planet, right? And why do I bring that up is because while we had those skills, certain mechanisms were put in place that made it difficult for us to reason why we should pass these skills down to our children. Case in point, when we flooded the market with an entire people who are used to being paid for free that were highly skilled, now they flood a job market. Well, those who are in those jobs immediately went into countermeasures. They was like, man, if all this free labor starts to come into the market, these people used to be paid for, they were used to working for free. So they will probably work for a lot less than we're working for. And labor unions began to form and pop up all over the place, right? Now, some might say that's a racial thing. It might just been an economic thing. But at the end of the day, unions start to establish. And one of the rules that all the unions established is that no black people were allowed. So black people did what black people do. Okay, we can't get a job, but we have these skills. We'll just start using our skills to make money, right? So we went and we start setting up our own shops and making money based on our skills. And then what happened is they said, well, wait a minute. Even though you have third generation carpenter, in order for you to exercise those skills in a public business setting, you must be licensed and certified, right? Now, you are a master at your craft, but you didn't go to school to learn the craft. So the certification boards and the licensing boards really kept black people from establishing those long lasting businesses. That's why we have very few businesses that have been around for 100 years, like Levi's and some of these other enterprises. Well, how did that affect us? Well, you got to remember, we just came out of slavery. It was against the law for us to read. So now you're not going to test me on the actual skills that I have. You're going to test me on the ability to read and reason and answer questions based on what I know. But because I can't read doesn't mean I don't know this craft. So with that being the case, we have all of these skills and nowhere to use the skills. And as we start having children, because we found it difficult to make a living from the skills, the last thing we was going to do is pass these skills down to our children where they couldn't make a living. So we sent our children to school, and a lot of the skills faded away. But now they're coming back because people understand the importance of trades. So I think I said all of that to say it's time for us to show the children something different. That's the second reason that I think everybody should be involved in entrepreneurship. And I get it, everybody can't run a business, but everybody can own a business, right? Those are two different things. You don't have to be the person running the business to have your money invested in the business to lay the foundation and the infrastructure, and someone else runs the business, but you own the business. That's important. The third reason that I think everybody should have a business is for tax purposes. I think middle Americans are being squeezed to death. We are being choked out of this economy, right? And the one thing that you can do to fight back is to lower your taxes. How do you lower your taxes? Well, there's two tax codes. There's one built for business owners. There's one built for employees. The one that's built for employees is designed to keep you down. The one built for business owners was designed for businesses to thrive. So it only makes sense that you have a business. And a lot of people think, because there's a ton of misinformation out there, that you have to be making a ton. What's going on, Attorney Clifton? A lot of people think you got to be making a ton of money to leverage the tax code. The IRS requires about 4 main things for you to use the tax code. Number one, if you're going into some sort of business, do you have the knowledge and the wherewithal to actually be in that business, right? Number two, are you working your business on a regular and consistent basis, right? Are you working your business in an attempt to make a legitimate profit? And number three, number four, are you keeping great records? Hey, bro, I'm going to give you a call, man, because we need to work on, I got a project that I would love to pull you into if you're not too busy. But number four, are you keeping valid records to justify your tax deductions and the different write-offs and things in nature that you're going to be claiming on your taxes, right? You don't have to have a big building, a grand marquee, and all of this kind of stuff. You just need to be legitimately attempting to make a profit, know what you're talking about, know what you're doing. And that's why I love building a business around your expertise, because you already know something that has value. The question is, how do you package and present it to the marketplace? Again, that's why we're doing a case study on this book. So I want everybody to click on the link in the comments, grab your copy. It's free. You just cover shipping. And then we're going to put you in a private Facebook group, and we're going to assess your individual gifts and brainstorm with you and determine how do you create a product or a service out of those gifts, that thing that you know better than most, right? And then we'll show you how to use systems like sales funnels and things of that nature to actually move the product, right? So if you understand these three things, you need a home-based business. Number one, there's pride in owning your own business and doing your own thing, man. I heard someone, and I think it was Trevor Ott's, a Black CEO. He gave his definition of colonization, right? I think it was Trevor Ott. I always like to try to give credit where credit is due. He said the definition of colonization is when someone comes into a territory or comes into a land and they extract resources and they benefit from those resources more than the person who actually owns the resources, right? And then he said, well, look at what's happening with you as an individual. Think of yourself as Mother Africa, for instance. Inside your head, you have all of these gifts, all of this talent, all of this knowledge, right? All of this know-how from life experiences, right? I've been on this planet 45 years. I've seen and done some things, and all of that experience is in my head, right? And when you go to a job, you take all of those experiences with you. And the definition of colonization, if we're going to Trevor Ott's definition, then is your employer benefiting more off the intellectual capital, the experiences, the knowledge, the expertise that you have in your head? Is your employer benefiting from that more than you? If so, you're being individually colonized, right? I'm not saying that you don't take some of your gifts and talents, because I take some of mine and I sell some of my gifts and talents, but nobody is benefiting more from my gifts and talents, my experiences, than me, right? Think about that. If you are on a job and they're paying you 80 grand a year, you got to know that they are making more than 80 grand off of what you're bringing to the table. Come on, they wouldn't be worth their weight as a company if you brought $80,000 worth of labor to the table and they only paid you $80,000. That's not how that works, man. If you're bringing enough to the table where they're paying you $80,000, they are at best leveraging your gifts and talents to make 160,000, 190,000, 300,000 off what you bring to the table. Just know that. And I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, but knowing that helps you to understand how this whole game is being played. And you might start thinking to yourself, if that's the case, then maybe I just do something. I start leveraging some of my gifts and talents as well to do some other things. I'm hoping this is making sense to you guys, man. I'm super stoked about the possibilities that are available to you guys. We live, regardless of what you want to say about it, especially about who's running it or whatever, we still live in one of the best places on earth to be in terms of the ability to create economic stability for our families. You can't do what we can do all over the world, right? Question is, are you taking full advantage of the time and space in which we're living in? Guys, we have a tool called the internet that has literally leveled the playing fields. You're seeing giant companies like Kmart and Sears disappear because companies less than 25 years old leverage this tool so well that it literally ran them off the face of the planet. Come on, we have this tool. Are you using it? Take your gifts, your talents, and your special ability, right? My book, Monetize My Life, right? I talk about 4 main areas of focus to help you take your gifts and talents to the next level, right? How do you monetize your life? You're either going to teach what you know. Well, you start with exposing what you know, so you will attract people who see the value in what you know. Then you can teach what you know, ultimately sell what you know, and if you want to scale what you know, then you have to digitize what you know. Expose what you know so that people will see the value in what you know, and then they'll pay you to teach what you know. Then you can sell what you know, and by way of conferences and webinars and all that kind of stuff. And then ultimately, if you want to scale what you know, you have to digitize it and make it available in multiple formats, right? So when you join our case study, I'll share with you how to do all of this stuff, right? But you have to take advantage of this thing called the internet, right? That's what it is, man. Over 4.3 billion registered internet users right now. Crazy. And some of those people will buy what you know. Some of those people will pay for your advice. Your life's experiences are valuable. They're valuable. The gifts that you have that God gave you for free, man, you take those gifts, you turn them into some cash, right? Most people are doing that with their job, right? But then you have to take that cash and then you have to buy, build, or invest in some sort of asset that's going to bring you more cash. And there's no better asset to invest in than a business, especially a business that you own. Right? Think about Bob Johnson, former owner of BET. Took $15,000, bought a cable TV license, went and got content from the hip hop community for free, gave them exposure, fair exchange ain't no robbery. And then once all the viewers start tuning in, advertisers said, man, how much will you charge me to get in front of this audience? And he built an $8 billion business. You can't do that. Rob, what's going on, Mr. Skipper? You can't do that any other way. You can't do that any other way. Investing in entrepreneurship, developing your gifts, your talents, and your special abilities, man, that's what it's all about. So I've got 2 offers for you. A, you already have a gift, talent, or special ability, and you want to join us in a case study where we're studying Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson. Click on the link in the comments, and the book is free plus shipping. And then I'm going to put you to our private Facebook group, and we're actually going to mine out your gifts, talents, and special abilities. But when we mine them out, I want to mine them out and then give them to you and show you what to do with them and how to transform them and turn them into some sort of enterprise, right? Now, the other offer is, some of you guys may be saying, well, Cortez, I like what you're doing from a financial education space. I really wish I knew how to get my money right. And I know you have a financial membership. Yes, it's $35 per month. I would love for you to get this membership so that you can learn how to lower your taxes, get out of debt, fix your credit, invest to get double-digit returns on your money, and I'll still teach you what's going on inside Expert Secrets. So those are the 2 offers. If any of that appeals to you, all you got to do is reach out to your boy, man. I'd love to partner with you in one of those 2 capacities. And let's Go out here and take what God gave you for free, and let's change the world with it. Till I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.